Hello, beautiful people. I hope you're having an amazing day. This is your girl, Purplish Blue. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more, then please click the bell button so you'll be notified every time I post. Now, today I want to talk about the ugliest palettes from Too Faced. Now, before I start, I want to put a little disclaimer. Everything I say is my opinion, so please don't hate send to anyone or any brand. Hope you enjoy. First palette I want to talk about is the Return of the Sexy palette. It has 15 shades and it is no longer available, but it is sold on Amazon for $79. And all of the shades are shimmery shades. And if you look at the colors, you can tell it's a very early 2000s kind of shades, but actually it was released on 2012, which is really, really surprising because I can't believe that these kind of colors were popular. I can't believe that Too Faced as a brand thought that these kind of shades would be popular in 2012, which is, I just can't, what the hell. And at the top of the palette, there are like three really long white shades, and I think they're all shimmers, and they all look really similar. It's so, I don't think this was a good palette, and I think that if they bring back this kind of concept with better and more like grungy kind of tone shades, I think it would be really successful. But overall, like, this palette is one of the ugliest palettes from Too Faced. Now, I want to talk about the Love palette. It has 15 shades and it is also no longer available, but it is sold on eBay for $15. Like, now if you look at the palette, it's really confusing. It looks very, very cheap. Like, it looks like children's makeup, but very expensive children's makeup. Like, if you look at the palette, like if you look at the colors specifically, the shades aren't inspiring. I think they wanted it to be more like everyday use kind of palette, but you can't use it every day. Like, even back then, it's just stupid. I think it's what is this? How come that Too Faced thought that it was okay to come out with this kind of palette? This is so confusing. Now I want to talk about the Funfetti palette. Now it has 12 shades and is sold for $36. It has 7 shimmer satin shades and 4 mattes. I think they could have done way more with this concept. It's so stupid. They had this really, really cute, like, funfetti, like colorful, and they chose to stick with only pink and really ugly poopish brown. What are these? Like, look at the 4 mattes here. Like, I know they look different in the pan, but if you actually put it on your eyes, they're gonna look exactly the same. And these palettes are all like catered to like light skinned, like light to fair skinned people. It's so stupid. Like, what is this? There is no transition shade. I really like the little hearts there, but the palette is really, really not cohesive, I think. Now I want to talk about the mini chocolate chip palette. It has 11 shades and it is sold for $26. Now it is the mini version of their very successful chocolate bar palette, and from what I've seen, it was a really, really big failure with this one and the white chocolate chip palette. Like, every single person who purchased this palette, they all hated it, and rightfully so. I heard the formula was really, really bad, and look at this packaging. This is so ugly. Like, oh my god, I just can't believe they thought that. I don't know how Too Faced like executives work, but I cannot believe that they accepted this palette to be released to the public. Like, they could have done so much more than this. Like, they tried to milk the shit out of this chocolate bar palette, and like with this one they failed. Now I want to talk about the Life is a Festival palette. It has 13 shades and $42. 2 mattes, 1 satin, 9 shimmery glittery shades, and 1 highlighter. Oh my god, this was such a cool concept, but they executed this so poorly, like to the point it was just ridiculous. Like I saw so many reviews on this palette and they were very divided because I think the formula of the palette was really really good, but the shades were just so stupid. Like I don't understand. And look at the mirror. The mirror is so stupid. It's so small and very weirdly shaped. Like what the hell is that even? Like, and the space between the shadows, they really annoy me to no end. I don't know why. And the shape of the palette is so weird. Like it's half a circle. Now I think they wanted it to make it look like that it was like a rainbow-ish shape, but wow, it was so confusing. Now moving on to the next list, I want to talk about the Kat Von D Cosmetics collaboration with Too Faced. Now there were 12 shades and it was sold for $65. 65, can you imagine, for 12 shades? What the hell? Now okay, now I don't want to talk about the Kat Von D side. I want to talk about the Too Faced side because wow, this was the stupidest color selection that they could have ever come up with. Like what the fuck? Okay, there's so much wasted space here. They could have made the shades a little bit bigger or they could have added more shades, but they didn't. They chose not to, which is just stupid. Okay, and there are two matte shades, which is the first one is BFF, matte white shade, and then Lovely matte light pink shade. And none of these two shades go with the shimmer shades that they have. The four shimmer shades, they are not like cohesive at all. Oh my god, they really really could have milked the shit out of Kat Von D. Like they really could have, but they didn't. Wow. The next palette I want to talk about is the Pretty Rich palette. It has 16 shades and it was sold for $49. Now, I don't really have much to say about this palette, but the controversy behind it, it was so ugly and disgusting. Like the co-owner of the founder of Too Faced, Jared Blendino. I really have no idea who he is, but I've seen him and I've seen this controversy and oh my god, Rich Lives Matter? What the fuck? They should be cancelled. Like that person should no longer be associated with Too Faced anymore. I don't understand why Estee Lauder is still working with Jared. I don't understand it. That's why I think this is the ugliest palette. Now I want to talk about the Born This Way Natural Nudes palette. It has 16 shades and $48. And I think no, it has 8 shimmers and 8 mattes. And I think it's really pretty. The colors are really workable and I think the formula is pretty nice. But for $48, I don't think it's worth it for me. But I want to just talk about the outer packaging of this palette. Can you doesn't this bother you somehow? It's like nude colored color pencils. What is this? And then I think with this palette they tried to say that, oh, we cater to every person in the world, like even like people who have darker skin can use this palette. But no, darker skinned people cannot use this palette. Are you kidding me? Like at most this caters to like medium, like a bit dark medium skinned people. Like that is it. It's just stupid. No, 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 no. Now the last on my list are the Too Faced holiday palettes. They are sold like minimum around like maybe around like $50. I'm not really sure about the prices and I think they're pretty pricey. Okay, the good thing about the holiday palettes are they have really nice deals. They give like mini mascaras, mini lip products, and it seems like they're giving out really good deals. But if you compare the holiday palettes with the like staple original palettes from Too Faced, it's so different. It's really different, and it's so weird because all of the holiday palettes that they come out with every single year, they're all exactly the same. They have like few like pops of colors, which are like blue, green, and pink, and all the rest of the shades are like neutral. And the quality of it is, it's so bad. Like, even though the concepts are really cute, like, you can't just buy a holiday palette, like, especially when you want to give it as a present to someone. You can't give someone that bad of a quality. Like, I'm not spending like 50, 60, $70 just to put it there and not use it at all. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, please, Too Faced, like, stop with the too many holiday collections and sets. Like, just come up with like one set and then make it worth it. That's all I want to ask from them. Like, make it worth it. Thank you. Thank you very much for staying until the end of the video. I hope I didn't bore you out. And comment down below if you agree with my list or you don't, or what would you have added there. Until next time, my beautiful people, goodbye.